is there anything you want to do working together? Fortunato is no slouch. Like Francis, this has got to be one of the top, if not the most powerful regulator you've ever encountered.
What would one more person helping out do
So,
mechanically
let's
for
say you get
this?
3 people all together. So you have to have 3 minimum to do an all for one check.
Okay.
You add all your dice together, right? So let's say at
So everybody
So
rolls
we all roll.
4d6.
minimum, you tell me what you're doing, and you can all do different things, right? To try and maximize, like you totally do like an Ocean's 11 sort of thing. Okay. You roll all the dice. You all automatically get to keep 2. So you're keeping 6 dice automatically against me, who is only rolling 7 dice.
Okay.
Now, if you want to keep more dice, instead of spending saga points, you give me tension points.
I'm happy to have Molly help out with this and get us the awful one.
Could I ask something?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a metagaming
Sure.
question here, because so my character being the troubadour, I'm very good at empathy. What I'm seeing is I can sort of identify people's weaknesses. I can sort of, scope them out quite well. Could I potentially scope out is this Theodore his weaknesses before we?
Theodore Fortunato.
That's the one, Fortunato. Could I maybe scope out his weaknesses before we maybe think about going through him first? Maybe I
His
can
weakness is
identify.
people getting his name wrong.
That's it. Well, then I'm going to get a massive crit then.
Alright, so between your empathy, my bacterial communication, and Francis's prescience, we should be able to try and successfully misinform this Fortunado in order to pass freely, or
Yeah, basically.
in order to even confuse him or make him accuse other people of wrongdoing.
Just
Yeah.
because he can roll 7 dice, and technically that would still be 6, can Molly jump in on this too to make us able to roll 8?
Yes. Now, all this
no,
being said, though,
he only still has to keep 2.
you can keep more than 2 if you give tension points, right? So,
Yeah, but we don't want to make you able to focus over.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, the odds of me getting stuff are really good to have the tension table pop here. But the other solution, another idea too, is to work through more of the adventure before you do this. Because right now, you don't have his attention, and you're not quite sure where you need to go to. But if you want to go ahead and do
Yeah.
it right now, you certainly can. It's up to you.
We're only just setting up, so I'll tell you what we'll do. At this point, I will suggest that is an option to the gang, to the team. That this is an option if we do find ourselves in the unfortunate gaze of the great and wise Fortunato. That I will attempt to discombobulate his bacterial communication.
Miso loved the metagame.
Yeah.
Well, can I throw out one thing about Kellex, who's not exactly been involved in this discussion here, but I'm thinking that there's probably a reason for it. That when we kind of hit this sort of field or sensation from Fortunato, kind of suppressing everything, like all the effectively this is all like essence suppression,
Yeah.
right,
Yep.
Jerod? So I'm thinking, being very kind of mysticism focused, and the experimentation that I've done on myself in the past, that like I can feel that when I walk in that field, and I start getting real twitchy, and Calyx is like smoothing down his suit and all, and like very preoccupied, and not particularly helpful with this. Does that seem reasonable to grab an SP?
It's a great start to. It has to be.
Okay.
So if you want to trigger your twitchiness, please do. And then you're going to have to run into a complication.
I kind of was hoping this would wind up causing.
Oh, yeah, it's going
I
to.
can help you smooth your suit out.
Aye, anything.
Okay,
I think I know that guy up there.
Helix.
I think we went to a wine sampling party together or something.
Felix starts to try and smooth down, and like his head's kind of shaking. The security guard that is on the kitty corner of the restaurant on the exhibit hall side, because he has just walked through like into this area, starts coming over towards Felix and just like waves him over to stop him, going like, you, come here, come here. Uh, the other three of you notice, sorry, other four of you notice, like, oh, what's going on? Helix is having one of his spells again. Are you saying anything in particular, Helix?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking saying
Okay,
anything,
yeah,
but
that's
just
fine.
like obviously kind of jumpy and like not comfortable and like trying to kind of calm himself down, and it's just not working.
Yeah, the security guard comes over, and each one of them they have, they're the only people that you can see that are openly armed. Okay, they come over. So like, oh, easy there, buddy, easy there. Does anyone want to intercede?
Yes, I do. As I see my friend in his having one of his episodes, I must feel like I must intervene and step in and be like, ah, yes, my Mrs. Security Guard, my friend here, he has this terrible condition. He just needs to sit down for a second, and he'll be just right as rain. I tell you that now.
Okay, he is the guard, since he's on the offense, he's going to try and discern exactly what's going on here. Okay, now, being a security guard in this particular casino, I'm going to do that roll. I got a 5. So you are trying to smooth him over to get him out of the area, right? So I'd like a charm, I think would be probably pretty good for this.
Charm.
Or taunt.
Okay, so I got I can do taunts. Taunt would be good.
Okay.
Not so bad. But they're both 0 for me for the 1 or the E column.
For the 1. Oh, okay.
Can I attempt to assist this with my composure?
I'm going to say Killix. No, you cannot.
Okay.
Can I push Guago out the way and just do it myself? Because I've got a 3 and a
No,
3.
because I've got 3. I've actually got 3 into when I was looking at the Explorer page. I think silly.
Hey, you know, Guargo,
I'm
because
getting
you stepped forward, I'm going to have you do the roll. So I'm going to, yeah, just go ahead and roll it. Just do your panache then, right?
What, panache and taunt?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be 7
Oh.
dice. Probably 4.
Oh, I thought you were saying you had 0.
Yeah,
Wait, how's it 7?
because 4 plus 3. And yeah, I did think I had 0, but I was looking at the wrong tab, and I figured that out very quickly.
Okay.
We good? Can I roll?
Oh yeah, you're the troubadour. Yeah, it's 7 dice. Okay. All right, now.
5 and 6.
Okay, you get 2 saga points. You have an 11 just by keeping the 2 dice. Yeah, you step forward and what do you say to the security guard again?
I'm basically just talking him down, saying, "Oh no, my friend's just having an episode. He's going to be just fine, right as rain. Let me, just take him away and help him. He'll be fine."
Oh, you just keep on top of him, okay? You get something in his ear, and he kind of moves away back to his post to kind of look at something else as he. Killix, he managed to get.
Yeah, smile and
Get you-
wave.
Gargo, do you remember that we agreed that I would deal with the guards?
No, I remember it was a joint effort. Aren't we all a team? Aren't we? Lobster metal.
Lobster metal.
Guago, that was the weakest taunt I've ever heard in my life. Kelix, are you feeling better now? Or do you need a cigarette?
I don't actually have a mouth to smoke those, but yeah, I think I'm getting used to it now. So yeah, I think I'm
And-
okay.
Wait, if you do not have a mouth, how are you talking?
Telepathy.
You can't just ask
If you
a
don't
man
have
how
a
he
mouth,
talks.
maybe I kiss you.
It's impolite.
The whole his whole crystal body vibrates to produce sound. Yeah, that's it. Very useful for a band. He just hates actually like being on stage, which is why he runs the merch table.
For that matter, Shank, ain't you made of rock? How the fuck are you talking either?
And now,
I mean, American, for
choose
fuck's
not-
sake.
yes,
I choose not to question it.
Will, you do get a saga point now.
Divine right.
You move further into the gaming room. I just taking a look at the map. That's what the big star with the circle around it is, Fortunato. In the back is the lounge. To the other side is the exhibit hall where they're going to do the debate. And you see where the stairs going up to the private office are. Where would you like to go? As long as you're in the main gambling hall, you're going to be inhibited. As soon as you go into the lounge or like anywhere else, the inhibit goes away.
Right, it seems to me that we need a distraction of some sort.
Oh,
At least some of us need to get to that corner into the office. That's where the book is.
Distraction, you say? So Wargo is going to walk right up to. I'm assuming this being a gambling hall. Has it got like slot machines?
Yeah, your slot machines are going to be like your videodrome areas. So that looks like there are like several lines of like waist-high desks with multifaceted helmets connected to them, looking a lot like the old 80s video games. There's projections with what the gamers are playing displayed above them, showing their personal adventures. Everything is kept PG-13 for the sake of decent civilization. There seems to be an element of winning the adventures. Some folks are getting some payouts. You can pay 1 trinket to play.
Yeah, so okay, I'm going to turn around to the guys and say, right, this is the plan, guys. We need to win big on this machine, and then, you know, when we hit the jackpot, we need to make a big distraction, and everyone will be looking at us, and one of us can sneak to those offices.
If everyone's looking at us, we're a bit fucked.
Well, then,
Why don't we just go to the lounge first?
well,
We are in
the
the
lounge.
lounge, not?
I mean, we have got a guy that, you know, can transform. You know, maybe he could maybe take a disguise.
There's contests going on right now. Maybe one of us can try and compete that, draw our eyes, and have the others go to the office. We'll also need some way of breaking into a safe or something. Rich folks never
Look.
leave their valuables laying about.
Makwambo, I have an idea. How about you go and infest the sandwiches and it cause a distraction in the kitchen?
That's not how this bacteria works.
It is bacteria, no?
He's like a probiotic. Good for your gut health.
Oh, not like E.
No,
coli.
not a collection of E. coli. You racist.
No, do not use the R word with me. How am I supposed to know you are bacteria?
You all look alike.
Yeah.
I did not say that. I did not say that. Do not go putting words into my mouth. Or orifice of some sort.
Okay, so
Oh, or just as you say.
with McWumbo's superior knowledge of the movements of the guards, has he ever seen guards going into this office or coming out of the office?
No, just the one that's stationed outside of it. If you choose to go over to the
If it's-
lounge over there, yeah, there's just one guy that's just posted in front of there.
Yeah, if it's the office that we're looking to get into, all I need to do is just try to get that one guard away from the steps, and if I know anything about him, I can probably talk him away from the door. That sounds a lot simpler.
I watch for the main guy though.
I still think if you gave them E. coli, it would be more funny.
I'm getting real sick of your shit.
Exactly. That's the spirit to have.
Alright, so, do you want me to try and move the guard away from the door?
1 second, just before that, can I play the trinket game? I just want to do it
Absolutely.
once.
Pay 1 trinket.
Awesome. So that's funny you say that, because I had this mushroom, I know what that is, and I had this other trinket, and I cannot remember what it was. So I'm going to use the other trinket.
Yep, not a problem.
I can't remember what it does or what it is, but here you go.
It was a quill.
There you go, that's this special pepper thing. Who uses a quill nowadays? Bang.
All right. So then, all you do is just roll 5 dice. This is as basic as it gets.
Okay.
You're trying to get 3 of a kind.
Oh, okay. That didn't happen. 2, 3, 5, 1, 2. Do again. SP point for the 1.
I wasn't planning on it for this because it's not an actual check. This is just a totally random. It's putting the money in, doing straight up gambling.
Well, then I'll take the failure. Walk back, go, guys, I lost.
Truly the
That
greatest
sounds
shock.
great.
Why am I not surprised?
The roll of fate was not in my favour today.
Tell you what, would I recognise any of the duelists? Because there's a couple competitions going on. One of them is dueling,
correct.
right? Would I recognise? any of them?
If you want to, yeah. I mean, this game's all about like crazy coincidences, right? So what do you think you see, and how can we play with it? Are we going?
I think maybe I see a privateer that I happen to know has been chasing my ass.
Okay.
Just so happens to have pulled into the same point. Look, one of those lads up there in the competition, very easy to rile up. Complete fucking idiot. High temper, bit of a pain in the ass, nothing I can't handle in a fight. I need the guards distracted. If you want to try talking to the lad first, after you've done your stakeout stuff, you can absolutely do so. But if that didn't work, I fight that guy, challenge him to a duel on the tables, and see if he can't get himself arrested by everyone in the damn room. Also worth mentioning, the rich dude who we're going after, he does have a pet, moose, lynx, saber-toothed tiger looking thing. Might be in his rooms. Fair warning. Do you want to try talking to him first? Talking to the guard first, and then, if not, I'll see if I can't make some trouble for us.
Sure, I can do that, and so I'm going to walk up to this
Oh!
guy. I'm going, you shitface! I heard that your mum has slept with everybody in this main gambling hall. What do you say to that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to literally just straight up taunt him there and then.
Do any of you want to pay bail for that guy, or...?
Not specifically.
I mean, I've already
I say
done
we
it
let him.
twice. I think I'm free threat.
At this point, we should probably fire him.
Yeah, go for the taunt. I mean, that's 7 dice. You're the aggressor, so you're gonna go first. Oh my goodness. Oh.
5 and a 3.
Uh-oh.
A 5.
Now you get 3
Three
saga
ones.
points. Right. But you have an 8 right
Yeah.
now. Do you want to spend any saga points to keep more dice?
Yes. I happen to have 3 saga points. Maybe 4 now. So, yes, I'm definitely going to be spending 2 saga points. Take 2 more. The
Okay.
2 twos. I had that wrong.
Puts you up.
Push up 4
Okay.
more.
So it puts you at a total of 12. I've got 3 dice. So 3 dice roll. Okay. Yeah, actually gonna do it. Okay. The privateer that you know, goes like, "Hey, what'd you say, you blackguard?" And he hops over the little nice little red velvet rope over to the dueling grounds. Like, "Hey, are we fighting?" What, he's gonna throw an insult to man without?
Okay.
And he takes a glove off, smack, and goes to smack you across the face for a challenge. Do you let him do it?
So, I actually have an advantage of the Tormentor. So, I did just taunt him. Could I use the Tormentor like that in the scene, like that? It would cause the target to attack you after a successful taunt.
Yeah, you can do that. Would you like to?
He is already attacking you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he's
hang on.
already
No,
taunted and
hear me
attacked.
out. I want him to attack me without initiating the duel. Because that will affect his honor. Because that is an unhonorable
Yes.
move. So that's how I want to use that taunt, essentially.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So I'm gonna basically
Okay. You gotta spend a saga point. you want to tell me exactly what you say to him that enrages him so much?
Yep, 1 second. So I just need to put my saga points out. I used 3 then, and I gained 3 out that last roll, so I'm back now to 3.
Okay.
I had 3 to begin with. Okay, cool. So I said, you heard me the first time. You here have slept with every single guy in this hall, and I have seen it and heard from it, and everybody knows it.
And he stops. He goes like,
Did we check to make sure this lad wasn't 12?
"Privateer,
I'm a little worried we're in violation of child labour
Yeah, what
laws.
playground did we just walk into?
The union's gonna get our ass for this
the
one, lads.
privateer."
We're
I
going
don't
to...
think this is a very
Yes,
comfortable
the privateer
situation.
stops in mid-swing and goes like, "What did you say?" But because he used 4 mentor, he's like, he will fly into a rage. But he's like, "Well, whatever you've heard from them, it's not true. I'm very well endowed." And the rest of you see this seconds before it happens. The privateer has managed to sneak a small stiletto into the casino. As you see his face turn flush red, he pulls the stiletto to lunge to stab Gorgo. This is where we go into combat. If anyone wants to jump in to try and stop this, you may. Gorgo, do you even want to go?
If anybody wants to maybe sneak to the office, hint, hint.
I was going to say, do I have to be in combat? Can I just let it happen?
Yeah, absolutely. That's just what I was going to say. You can also just choose not to roll and go second no matter what. Now, Gorgo, do you want to defend yourself? Is a better question.
Guy's putting a knife out on me. Kind of. Yeah, kind of need to a little bit defend myself. Okay, so can I ask this? Did I see him pull the knife on me? Because I mean, I'm unarmed, so he putting a knife on me, I'll be like, oh shit, want to back out of that.
Remember, you can take the hit. You can take the hit to affect his honor.
Yeah, and then the guards might get him.
Yeah, okay, no, great. He's gonna have to just roll this one through. Yeah, no, keep that.
If this goes badly, it'd be time to reverse that, wouldn't it?
Ah,
Yeah.
Ooh,
far-
yeah.
How long of a time frame do you have to reverse a decision?
Basically between dice rolls. So I roll this die, right? And you can rewind time, I don't know, basically to before you walked into this room.
Would you have to roll it back that far?
But you do have to do a
Okay.
different action.
Because if it goes badly for Guago, it'd be worth reversing it instead of going for intimidation. Maybe try and charm someone else into, or even use someone else to taunt someone else to think that they have insulted them, so it's not actually us involved.
Get him to attack someone else.
Or we could just go with the first plan and talk to the guard.
or you know, how about we just get back to where speed is at right now? This guy's putting a knife on me.
Well,
Yeah, I just want to let him get
are
stabbed.
you
Yes,
are you defending that?
I wanna
Is
carry
this
on.
a dual conflict?
This is going to be a vigor.
No, I think I do want to roll this out. Sorry, my scenario here with this. Can't remember his name now.
Carmen, are you defending yourself? Yes or
Yes,
no?
I am.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I rolled poorly, very poorly. So I rolled a 5. Okay. So to defend yourself, it's going to be vigor plus duel.
Okay. Well, I can only
He has-
roll three dice for that. Yes, 3 dice.
He has really bad duel, but could I? Crusader does not say that I'm adding my ranks and mysticism to a dual conflict I'm
Correct.
in.
Yes.
Can I boost him from here?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Boost which one?
I think we'll do that. I'm gonna bend some of my
Yeah, boost the attacker.
mystic
Make sure he hits.
powers here to I don't know, alter the rules of probability around Guargo here. So it adds 4 to his total. I think if I'm reading
Correct.
this right.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so I roll my 3 dice. Yeah. I got 2 6s. 2 6s and a 3.
Okay. So combat works. You do damage on the attack or the defense. Okay. You may choose. I got a 5. you have a minus, right? Or no, you have +4 on top of what you rolled. So you're sitting at a 16 versus my 5. So you're gonna do 11 points of damage to this guy, which is monster in this game. You're going to kill this man.
I don't really want to kill this guy.
Now, that being said, you can choose not to do lethal damage if you don't want to, but it is going to draw attention, just maybe not in the exact way that you wanted it to.
I'm not too worried about drawing attention. I can work that one out, but I don't want to kill him. So this is how I'll go through what I want to do.
Judo chop.
Upon seeing the emerging knife from his holster or his jacket pocket, Guargo gets a burst of energy and moves into the man's immediate vicinity, grabs his wrists and sweeps his legs from out of him, and essentially splays the knife on the floor with him with him facing downwards, and essentially just manhandle him down to the floor.
Okay.
And then obviously just shout knife. Knife, knife, knife.
Okay.
So that the security can see his arms.
Okay. So now the rest of you have a turn to react. Francis and Kelix, you're going to know that this is going to attract the attention of Fortunato for sure, right? Now the rest of you, all attention right now is on Guargo and the privateer, in an area that's not too far away from the office, actually. However, it's also going to get the attention of Mr. Knotts, too, who's going to be coming over. What do the rest of you want to be doing right now?
I'm going to be shifting my way back towards the office. Shiftily
Same.
and sneakily.
Yeah, I'm just going to walk.
I'm gonna attempt to get our friend, questionable ally, out of this.
Ah, Molia, I see you've come to help me here with this miscreant I have managed to...
It would be best if you shut your mouth.
This guy had pulled a knife on me. No, this is a serious breach of security. Where is security? I'm trying to make a big scene here.
Kelix backs that. I saw it. He had the knife.
I can vouch.
Now, you're setting up the scene. It's getting very crazy. Now, on the plus side for me, anyway, please roll a d6, Guargo. Just a single one. Tell me what number you get.
I got 1.
You got a 1. Hilarious.
A straight up 1.
Okay. You have put this person down. Security's coming over. Mr. Knotts is coming down. Fortunato, you feel kind of the gaze coming down over this. First thing I need you to do is a mysticism composure check. Okay? Against Fortunato.
Okay. So, a few things there. Firstly, I get -2 mystics check for the inhibited debuff.
Yep.
So, that's already taken me down to 1 dice on my mysticism. And is it against a... Sorry,
Composure.
Composure. I got 1, so
You are
that's 2 dice I can roll.
You literally, you can beat him technically if you get 6. Nope.
I mean, you did get 6.
You get 6. Okay. Now, you've triggered the tension table. Okay, it has popped off. So that drains actually a lot of my tension points on it. So I can't spend any points to make this quote-unquote attack any worse. However, I did roll a 10. You're going to get a crippling sensation, like lightning scattered across your brain. Take 4 points of health damage. Okay. As you hear a booming echo inside of your skull, desist. As that's happening, a much larger privateer, who, Molly and Roger, you recognize as the privateer's best mate, steps forward and goes like, "Oh, why don't you pick on someone your own size?" and takes off a much larger black velvet glove and throws it at the feet of Guargo. All right.
Oh, do you throw your glove at us, sir?
I am thinking now is a good time to reverse time, perhaps.
No, run. Go up the stairs. We got this. Security's going over. It's going
All right,
alright.
so
Go.
Yep.
I see
I'm
that
happy
as-
to leave them in the mess and get up the stairs.
Yeah, go.
Right.
This is going according to
Yeah.
plan, strangely enough.
all right,
Mad.
Molly Roger, you kind of step in
Hey.
front of the glove to try and take the challenge.
Look, your captain's already disgraced himself enough. We've had our disagreements, but in the end, aren't we all honourable enough sailors? As first mate, it's your duty to back him up. In this case, help pick him up off the floor.
Only dishonor I see here is band members who are beneath their station. I demand my satisfaction. I seem
Then you will receive it. From me.
very well.
That man is a fool. More so even than your captain.
All right, he's
But I'll defend his honour all the same.
into it. He is throwing the gauntlet down. People have backed away. Mr. Knotts comes over to try and was like, just kind of oversees what's going on. Like, come on, do this in the pits. No blood on the carpet. Mr. Knotts seems totally cool with what's happening here. Just don't make it dirty here. Go over where you're supposed to fight, and he's fine with it. The privateer is like, we shall duel. I remember you, don't I? Okay, Molly, let's take a look at your background real quick.
Yep. Military.
Okay. As the privateer is walking over towards the thing, he was like, don't I remember? Weren't you dishonorably discharged? He is trying to taunt you. I got a 10.
What do I do against that? I feel like Molly's fairly easygoing. As far as, like, oh yes, I'm so obsessed with being seen as a proper soldier, yeah, right.
Sure. Now, this one, though, is going to be a sensitive subject because it's going to trigger your passionate status. Because what you did, he's trying to remember, like, can you tell me? What did you do again?
As animalistic as I may appear, I've never quite learned to bark like you dogs on command.
All right, give me a panache plus composure.
Nash, so that's 3, and composure is 0. Huh.
All right, see what you got.
Sure. Give me D6.
Yep.
It's 3d6, yeah.
Okay.
7?
Do you want to spend a saga point to keep another die?
To make that 9.
I would still lose, though.
You know what? If I lose composure, I just
You're
fight
going to
him,
be
right?
fighting him anyway. He's trying to get it underneath you to do damage to your honor.
Yeah, I'll spend another thingy. Or actually, hang on, could I not use a unity point? If that's alright with everyone. Because that would give me 6
If
dice
you want
instead of the
to.
3.
That's between your group.
Everyone, y'all good with me using a unity point on this? We have 5.
Oh, then yes, that's fine.
We might as
So-
well use
We'll get
it
one
something.
back
I'm
if we
behind
hope
that.
for fortune.
It's nice to see people remember about the group points.
Ah, fuck! It's worse. Oh,
Oh no.
that's terrible. Good
But
lord.
you got some
saga
saga
points
points
of
at
it. And-
least.
How many do I
Yeah,
get for
you
that?
got 2. Now, okay, I'm going to be doing damage to you. Do you want to spend saga points to try and mitigate the damage a little bit, or no? Right now, you're taking 4.
I'll spend 1
Okay.
to make that
Okay,
a 9
so you take
instead of
1.
7.
You take 1 point of honor. Now, one of the nice things about unity points that we didn't talk about, which I always forget, is every time you fail, your group gains a unity point. So far, everyone succeeded, except for the gambling thing.
Task failed successfully.
Yep. Okay, so Gorgo down on the ground, Mr. Knotts actually, Mr. Knott's kind of escorting Molly Roger and the privateer towards the dueling. Fortunato still focusing on Guargo. Francis and McWumbo were heading back towards the office door. Kellix, what are you doing?
Uh-oh, muted again.
Great question. I was supporting McWumbo in the duel stuff, so I think I stick with the duelists. I'm a witness / cheerleader.
Yeah, I feel like you've been cheering them on and just shouting insults from the back there.
Oh yeah.
You've got
yeah.
Gorbo's back.
Okay, you do see. I'll have you take your action right now. As Guargo seems to be like under some intense pain right now, even though no one's laid a hit on him, and he skillfully took down the previous privateer.
Fortunately, I pulled a taser on him.
Basically. So, Kellix, what do you want to do here?
Great question. I'm not really seeing. I was hoping something here on the character sheet would just jump out. Oh, it also helps if I'm looking at the right sheet.
I can also come back to you.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Give me a sec to look for an opening. That
Okay,
jumps out
not a
at
problem.
me.
All right, McWumbo, Francis, you make your way towards the back of the casino, where you see the entrance to the office going up. Now, the guard that's stationed in front of there is the only security that didn't really move position, knowing that this is the way to do it. So it's a faceless guard stands outside the short hallway that ends at a plasteel door several inches thick. There's a camera mounted above the entryway. To one side, there's opening in the wall. That must be how to activate what's called a genetic lock. You can see stairs leading up beyond, only to end at another door at the top of the stairs. That the door appears to be normal at the top there. Okay. Genetic lock. Is anyone that has the underground background taking a look at is over there? Francis or no?
No, I'm a high society boy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
Background
You do
release.
recognize it as a genetic lock, which oh no.
Oh yeah, I'll have seen a genetic lock before. Lots of genetic locks, you know. High society. I know how to keep my stuff safe. I know how to keep my shit safe.
You know what? Yeah. That's totally the right point. I'm into that. So genetic point is one of the top of the line security measures you get that a needle pops out and you require a solid bit of genetic material from the person that the door is keyed to.
So shapeshifting won't help with this one. I like how you didn't answer that. Will shapeshifting help with that one?
It won't, because the shape of the genetic material doesn't matter.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, it's just the thing. That being said, I'm not going to tell you what other groups have done. I'm going to leave it up to you guys.
Would the guard potentially have the key to the door?
Yeah, that's a genetic lock, mate. Unless that guard is genetically, what would be the word? Be genetically compatible.
Well, how do we know who has the genetic we need? Exactly. Who is on the door's benefit?
I think McWombo's going to take this opportunity to use his guard knowledge now that he gained from his little excursion, and as they are currently out of the sight of everybody, he's going to shift himself back into guard form. One of the guards. I think he's going to use the knowledge that he gained about this particular guard, who he recognises as. Do we have a name for him, or?
Oh, sure. It's a well thought out name. This is going to be
Mr. Smith.
Guard
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anson.
Alright, that's Mr. Anson in the door there. I know Mr. Anson quite well. I think that we should be able to get him away from the stairs and get a bit of genetic material from him as well. How are we going to do that? I think that we're going to Well, first of all, we need to distract, and then we need to get the genetic material. So what genetic material are we going for? What species is he?
The guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's one of the few guys you haven't run into. It's a Harvin that looks the most human, a little bit taller, a little bit skinnier, long black hair, almost albino features, very gaunt, like almost kind of ghoulish looking.
He looks like he could have a good meal and probably be alright.
You know, I think that probably works. I think that the gaunt nature of this particular kind of humanoid being is a clue that he's the guard, Mr. Anson. Was well known as a bit of a. It's having a bit of an addiction. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a problem when he's not on guard duty. He's normally found out the back, you know, just in the quietest corners, just dealing himself a little bit of, you know, help me pick me up kind of juice, whatever it is in this universe that you know, Star Wars death sticks or something like that.
Mwambo, should I pretend to be
Spice.
So
I think that we could use. I think we could use this to our advantage.
okay,
Would you like me to pretend to be your dealer?
Oh, you don't need to pretend. I've seen his dealer. I can shift into his dealer.
Well, you still
But,
look like an
But you are the guard. You look like the
I
guard.
don't need to look like the
Why would
guard.
you
I can look like
pretend
the
to-
dealer if you like. Listen to me. I know what I'm doing.
all right.
And then I just gracefully shift into this sort of weird humanoid looking. He's got a wee flat cap, and he's got a sort of nice but worn suit, and he sort of shuffles up to the guard and pretends to be this guard's drug dealer.
Okay.
Shakedown.
I am going to do two things here. One, either of you to give me a wits theory check of 7. I'm just gotta get a
Wits and theory.
a 7, meet or beat.
Oh, I've got 7 for that, so I've got 4 in wit and 3 for theory.
Well, okay. Give me the roll.
I've only got a 3 and a 0, so not worth me.
So we're going for 7 dice. 7d6. Go.
Okay. Well, I get.
There we go. I've got.
Yeah, you crush it. I do get 1 tension point out of it, so I'm rebuilding up my pool on my side. With the wits, you're like, oh, the genetic lock is probably keyed to Suki Duchesne because it's his office that's up there, right? You also are like, well, yeah, you can try and pick the lock, more or less, to try and force your DNA to maybe look like it, but it's going to be a very high challenge rank to do so. It'd be much easier. In fact, you wouldn't have to do any checks if you get Suki Duchesne's genetic material somehow. Now,
Well, at the moment we can just get rid of this guard.
yeah, you can also just get rid of the guard. All right, so you're just going to go up and a good old Mr. Anson. It's like, comes up, goes like, looks around. Now, one of the things with you being Centillion is that you still look like a Centillion, right? Is that you can't necessarily change your colors to exactly mimic all other species. You can just get some stuff that kind of gets some similarities to them, right? That being said, you can get it kind of close enough, maybe if you kind of pull a hat down real low or whatever, to maybe pass, right?
Big trench coat.
No, I'm not going to pass at all. I'm going to make myself look like his drug dealer, and then I'm going to go up to them and I'm going to say, recognize this person.
Oh, okay.
He's at your house. He wants paid. You better get there, or else it's your. And I will know whether or not he's got family because I've got the because I've talked to him previously.
Sure.
So he's obviously got like a wife and a daughter, and I'm gonna tell him that this person, he's took your daughter.
Go Liam Neeson's ass.
Yeah, he's took your daughter. He wants his money. You better leave now.
Okay. This is going to be a taunt, for sure. Panache taunt. Because you are trying to coerce him into getting out of there, right? With a threat
Yeah, I'm only looking like the guy just so that he
Yeah.
knows that I'm talking about the right person.
Love it. I'll give you a +3 total to the roll, because that's a nice touch to put on there. You're the attacker. You roll first.
Well, that's 3 and 3. So is that 3, 3, and 3? So that's 9.
I know. So it's 6 dice and then +3. There's bonuses you get in this game. There's like +1 dice, so you add a dice to it, or +1 total, where you just add additional at the end.
Excellent.
Of it. So you.
Well, my 2 highest gets me 9. So add the 3 on, that's 12.
Yep. And now you're the attacker, so you don't know what my total is yet. Do you want to spend any saga points to keep more dice?
I'll put some 3s in there. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
So we'll add another 3 onto that.
Okay, so you're at 15 now. Now, I am kind of smart, but not super smart on this. I only have 3 dice, and I got a 7. Even if I spend pension points to keep the other one, I'd only get up to 10. So you got, okay, Mr. Anson, like, just kind of, you see I was going to say the blood drain from his face, but he's pretty much an albino. So you see even more, gets more pale, and just like, oh, thanks, mate. Look, can you cover? Can someone? Gee, whatever. Takes off. He takes off from the guard post, leaving the hallway going up there open. Okay. Francis, what were you doing while McWombo did that?
We need the DNA of the Snooky, yes? Well, we all know who he has slept with in the past few hours. You want DNA? It's not going to be pretty.
Killix, over to you.
Okay. I got a thought here because I forget his name now. The captain of the guards is still
Mr.
over
Knotts.
with us, right? Because he came over. Yeah, Mr. Knotts came over, and Guargo is still currently kind of down on the ground, so to speak, after being mind tased, right?
Yeah, he was
Make sure
holding
I'm in
someone
the right
down, had that vice hit.
spot?
There's a
Okay.
security guard coming over to grab the other privateer that he's got pinned on the floor.
Okay, so I'm thinking Kellix tries to make a little bit of a scene out of this, and how dare you? Don't you know who this is? This is the lead singer for Rock Lobster. Your boss, Suki Deshane, hired him in. This is the most famous band in System Prime. How dare you treat us this way? We demand to speak directly to Suki.
Okay, that sounds like you're trying to give him a command. So if you want him to do that, are you trying to get him to do that specifically, or are you just trying to cause a commotion?
I think we're trying to get Suki specifically to come meet us.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, if you want to, you can do a panache taunt. You're trying to give him a command to do something in a not very nice way, which he can try and resist. Yeah. So if you want to roll that, you're the attacker.
Okay. My stats, however, are terrible for this. Anyone have any complaints if I blow a unity point so I can use the all stat for society? Or, for taunt.
I say yes.
Yep.
I'm
Alright.
left. Yeah. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
we had 5?
No, got one more than 5.
Okay. So we'll go down to 4, and I'll roll 5 dice then. Ooh, yeah, 12.
Okay.
2 6s.
And I've still got. You know what? I think I really want to try to make sure this succeeds. I'm gonna go ahead and blow one of my
Okay.
saga points to.
Yeah, you've got a
keep
5 in there, that's worth it.
5.
Yeah. You're all the way at 17 then. Okay. Notch only has 3 dice on this though. So. Oh. Okay. Well, 10. Nice try. Notch is just like. Looks over. He's like, he's not gonna like it. Knot stands up with his necklace dangling from his neck of that withered kind of hand shape. Goes like, all right, and he starts. boss ain't gonna like this. He starts heading towards the exhibition hall. It's like, you better know what you're gonna talk to him about. He doesn't like to be bothered.
I guess I kind of motion at Guargo, and I'm like, let's go, like, let's follow
Margo,
him.
what do you want to do?
Go where? Okay, go talk to the boss man. Bye. Yeah, because Guargo's a little bit groggy. He just, you know, as he said, this like sort of mind clamp thing really got him. It took off more than half his health.
Yeah, Fortunato's no joke. Okay, yes, you kind of stumble up after him heading into the other room. All right, Molly, Roger. There is a caller of the duels. They've kind of, it's like kind of more of a line. You're used to dueling in more of a circular area, just kind of set up. This burly woman is flexing as they hand over dueling sabers that have been dulled. Okay. So it is a -2 total for the dueling. But the massive privateer takes a couple swipes with her saber and goes like, "Are you ready, little one?"
I'm more than ready to put you in your proper place. You and your master, you will yapping at the heels out our brigands. And like all brigands, you too will wind up in the Iron Maiden you deserve.
The Royal Navy is better to be without you. You see her dig her heels into the fighting platform. This the saber does a salute, and we're not going to do a duel. Most duels, this is a gentleman's duel, meaning to first blood. Now that being said, it doesn't mean that duels can't be fatal, right? It just means whoever bleeds first loses. And if they get a big enough hit, they can take you out. To get the jump, to be the first to go, you need to roll an initiative. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can go mysticism plus prescience, which when you get into the dueling area, weirdly enough, this is the only place in the gaming hall where inhibit is not on. So it allows people to do dueling with mystic stuff as long as they're in a duel. Okay. So you can do that, or you can do athletics, vigor athletics for a roll for your initiative, or mysticism prescience.
I'm gonna go for vigor athletics.
Oh,
Give me
geez.
7
Yeah,
dice.
okay, that seems better for you.
Which roll 20 doesn't have, so
Yep,
I'll just
that's
do
cool.
6 and then 1.
And because
So I think that's 2 5s for a 10.
okay, now for initiative.
That's the way it works.
Now
is it?
I am. This is initiative, so I'm going to tell you what my initiative is. And initiatives are static. I have a 13. I'm a trained duelsman. So if you want to beat me, you're going to have to spend a saga point.
A sag point? Sure.
Okay.
I'll spend a sag point. I think I've been fucked around a bit. I should have 1 sag point left after this. I think.
All right.
Yeah. I'll take the 4 then
Okay,
to make that
perfect.
14.
The lace handkerchief hits the ground. You dart forward with the tenacity of all of your experience to do a vigor plus duel. You are the attacker, so you roll first.
Right, so that's another 7 dice. And that's 2 6s. 3 6s!
Okay.
You know what, can I...
Okay. So right now you're at 12. Do you want to spend a saga point to keep that third die?
Yeah, you know what, fuck it. Let's fuck this guy
Okay.
up real bad.
All right. Are you ready? I've got 5 dice. Okay. I
Yeah.
can defend. Okay, so
So that's 18 I've got.
11, 15, 18. If I spend 3 tension points, I can win. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. But at the same time, you got an 18 versus my 11. I'm still gonna live, but just barely. As you dart for, I mean, tell me what it looks like.
I think what Molly does is something that's probably slightly discernible in a Joel that isn't so bitter and insulting. So she darts forward and kind of catches his, like, he comes in first, but he like catches his sword there and twists it out of his hand by pushing her sword against, like, the hilt of it, the handle, and then slashes at him after that. I want you to know, please understand, I hold you in the lowest disrespect.
You have defeated this privateer. You have shamed this privateer. And you just see the life kind of drain from her eyes. She doesn't slip over in death. She more just wanders over to pick up her companion and sulk away into the night as you stand victorious in the dueling realm. The dueling master, who is overlording the proceedings, comes over and goes like, "Oh, your weddings, madame," and hands you another jewel. All right,
Divine.
Felix, you've just witnessed this. Oh no, you don't. I'm sorry, you're going over there. Let's go back to Francis in McWumbo.
All right, so McWumbo's just managed to get the guard to leave by making him think that his wife and daughter are under threat from our drug dealer.
Yes.
We don't have the genetic material to get into the lock, but do we know the species of Snooky?
You do. So he's humanish, which is this world's kind of human, most human than anything else. They're human shaped, mostly augmented, a lot of cybernetics. That sort of look.
Okay, so being the high society boy that he is, he's used genetic logs before, and being an inquisitor, he's done like investigations on people before, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So what he's going to say is, you'd be surprised how many places these humanish people can leave their DNA. And what he does is he runs his fingers and he sort of smushes his fingers into a thin shape, and he runs it underneath the doorway that would have been used by Snooky, and then any residue that he gets from underneath the doorway he applies to the genetic lock.
Oh, like skin flakes and stuff from dust.
Okay. So, okay. I am cool with that. Francis, what are you looking at?
I honestly have no idea. I don't think I'm much use at the moment, to be honest.
Oh no.
A big rock chap that can tell the future. Can you maybe tell me if this is going to work?
Potentially.
You want to do a preference check?
Yeah, can do. Well, that's -2 at the moment.
It is. But you only need, you gotta beat a 13.
This to be 5
Okay.
dice, so might as well give it a go.
Humanish people are leaving their DNA everywhere. It shouldn't be too hard to get past this genetic lock.
Yeah, 2 6s, but you say 13.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, let's just spend the thingy.
Alright.
Either dice, as long as it's above 13.
You do a brief jump into the future, letting you know, mechanically, you're gonna need a 21 to hack the system using rigging. Okay. That being said, is that because you passed it, you can if you scrape a little bit more over here, maybe you can get that lowered to a 19.
It is going to be a very hard check for you, regardless. We need something more tangible.
Alright, so I can try to hack the rigging using whatever DNA I find around the doorway for the person, but I'm going to need to roll a 19.
Correct.
And what am I rolling?
Rigging in either wits or vigor. I'm fine with either.
Well, I'm getting 7 dice to start with anyway.
You need to have at least 4 dice to even make this possible.
I've got 1 saga point.
So,
Yeah, this isn't going to work. Alright.
What about
good plan.
what the party points? What UUP?
Would any of the
share points?
Unity points help that?
So that would change it over to
No, that expansion
all.
pool.
Because like, what's your rigging? The Inquisitor.
Rigging is 3.
Oh, well, you're actually the perfect character to use for it. So yeah, nope, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna get any better, unfortunately. So you're at
Okay,
7
I think
dice.
we're running out of ideas for getting in this doorway here.
I can still find the last person he dated.
You can always go back downstairs and try and get off him when he comes up to see the demands. If you can't get
Or
through
maybe
here.
we can see what happens when me and oh, I keep forgetting his name. Very sorry.
Yeah.
Killix?
Yes,
Willix and we can.
How about
think-
we wait and see?
I think
see
we're
what
going to have
happens?
to call our mission a fail here, Francis, and maybe go back to the rest of the group. Unless you've got another idea on how to get through this door. There's nobody around.
I'm kind of surprised that you couldn't just shapeshift into like Flat Stanley and slide through, dude. Like you're a shapeshifter.
I mean, I was thinking that,
There's
like,
gaps
can
in
I
doors.
flatten? Is that something can I just slide through the door cracks?
I mean, because you've got the dispersion ability. So yeah, but this is an airtight plasteel door. Now that being fair, check this out. Let's switch over to Kelix and Guargo. You see the massive, broad shoulders as you're following Mr. Knotts into the other room, where you see a sort of a dueling place has been set up in the exhibition hall. It's an open area for 2 people to have a duel of wits. They've got some podiums set up, and you've got people like very rich, affluent people sitting in the crowd getting ready for this event to see what the debate is going to be about, what it's going to look like. Suki is going to be one of the debaters. Mr. Knotts gets to the end of the stage and goes like, Mr. Knotts, you see a bald, humanish male with kind of bright white teeth. A couple of them are gold. He doesn't seem to have any augmentations until you see his right hand, which is completely missing. You see over the cap of it is maybe an electronic stub to it. Maybe you can attach different things with the edge. Goes like he's wearing a beautifully pressed white suit. As he comes over, goes like, I told you not to bother me, Mr. Knotts. What is your concerns? Mr. Knotts is like, I'm so sorry. These 2 gentlemen wanted to speak with you. As he looks over you wearing mirrored sunglasses, it appears as though he's looking directly into your soul. It was like, I see. And what do these gentlemen have for me today?
Well, I assume Killix has, like, because Guargo was on the ground hit by this, and I'm like, I'm assuming I kind of like Weekend at Bernie's him along with me
He's
here.
fine, yeah.
And I'm. Oh, okay. But yeah. So Killix, introduces, hey, we're part of the band that you hired today, Rock Lobster. We're so glad to be here. We're excited.
Rock Lobster,
But
woo.
we just had a horrible experience. Our lead singer was just assaulted in your casino.
Eh,
Wait, who the fuck agreed that Warble was the lead singer?
Oh, I'm sorry, you missed a member.
So Suki just kind of stands there and looks at him and is like, what, Mr. Knotts, am I to understand this was beyond your capabilities at this moment? So, sorry, sir. So Suki turns to you, Killix, and goes like, I see. And what sort of reparations are you seeking?
Got a question here. Is this somewhere where I could potentially, kind of internally here before I respond to him, commune now that I'm not in the main hall and kind of search for some unseen inspiration for how to kind of bend his ear, so to speak.
Say that again.
Yeah, no worries. So now that we're not in the main hall, I shouldn't
Correct.
be inhibited. So is this somewhere here I could kind of before responding to him? Maybe I'm taking a sec to commune to figure out a little guidance from the beyond on how to bend his ear toward us.
I mean, sh- yeah, yeah, you can like do a commune check or an empathy check. Is I'm cool with that.
Like commune was what I
Yeah,
was thinking, trying to look for
sure,
opportunities here for some unseen
sure.
inspiration. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a beat. He kind of inhales and kind of centers himself, buying a little time while he pulls his 7 dice mysticism
Okay.
and commune. So a 6 and then a 1. So 11 by default. How many dice do I have? I've still got 2 points. I'm gonna stick with the
Okay.
11. We'll
All right,
see.
you ready for this number of dice? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. You got a what? An 11?
11.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a tension point so you can't find any weaknesses on him. As you kind of seek around, he seems to have an invisible shield, kind of maybe possibly protecting him from any sort of mystical looking into.